from using ethos, he used logos effectively, using hard logical evidence and avoiding personal opinions on the Japanese attacks. He used his main points in an interesting way that we found, which we like to call a repetitive form. And I'd like to show you a clip of what I mean by that.
Yep. In addition, American ships have been reporting torpedoed on the high seas between San Francisco and Honolulu. Yesterday, the Japanese government also launched an attack against Malaya. Last night, Japanese forces attacked Hong Kong. Last night, Japanese forces attacked Guam. Last night, Japanese forces attacked the Philippine Islands. Last night, the Japanese attacked Wake Island. And this morning, the Japanese attacked Midway Island.
As you can see, with strong main points, instead of complicating and presenting in such a fancy way, he used such a standard repetitive motion. Just straight to the point, yet very effective with the emotions, just one after the other, with no transitions. His delivery was extemporaneous and not robotic. Although his speech was written down and rehearsed, he delivered speech very naturally and had such a natural tone. He was straight to the point, and his speech was a great example of precision of language. What we mean by that is that he left the audience without any doubt and without any misinterpretation. He effectively used eye contact and effectively used hand gestures, using pathos. And although he was sitting down while delivering the speech, not standing, he was able to use all these communication concepts very effectively. And none were exaggerated. So now that we've talked about why we chose the speaker, the Pearl Harbor speech by FDR, the significance behind the speech, and some of the communication concepts, we'll now show you some inspiration we found.
And now I would like to talk to you why and how this speech inspired us. By first, FDR's voice was very strong and steady in the deliberations of the speech. The longer the speech runs, the stronger his emotion could be heard. By the middle of the speech, as he was speaking of all the places of Japan's had attack, you could sense the emotion of disgust in FDR's voice. This was a successful persuasive speech that can convince Congress to declare war within 30 minutes of delivery. FDR was able to take emotions, reins it in with clarity, and inspire the country. His speech was brief, short, however, it was very powerful speech. It was 25 sentences, fewer than 500 words, delivered in about 7 minutes. He began to speak with more intensity as he stated that America will rise to victory. At this point in the speech, the emotion of Congress were high. They entered into lengthy applause. After the applause died down, FDR's voice returned to softened tones. This allowed him to build a momentum as he pressed towards the end of the speech. His words were short, firm, loud, and full of emotions. The speech was given at the time of intense emotion for the United States. And now we finally would like to summarize what we have told you, visually and verbally, why we choose the speakers and the speech, what are the significance of the speech, what communication concepts that FDR used in the speech, and finally, what inspiration we found in the speech. We found the quotes from FDR's online from inspirational quotes and quotations.com that we think it will summarize this speech with confidence. Confidence thrives on honesty, on honor, on the sacredness of obligations and faithful protections, and on unselfish performance. Without them, it cannot live. Thank you.